Guess it's time to do the swamp ride. Bang, bang. Gotta have sound, right? Kind of suck if I went this whole way and didn't have sound. All right, on the S18, headed into the swamp. Took my Advil, figured it's better to do this earlier in the process than later. I remember when I did my exhaustive Z10 series, I did the swamp last thing, and I was so freaking beat up and tired by the end of it, I could hardly do it. So we're going into the swamp now. It's morning. It's nice weather right now. It's hot, of course. It's always hot, but we're gonna see how the suspension feels in the swamp. All right, so just for reference sake, right now I probably weigh close to 200 pounds with my backpack and stuff I have in there. So that's around what my riding weight is right now. The pressures on the shock, I believe we have the positive chamber at around 180, 185. Negative is right around 80. So we're gonna see how that feels. I do have the pump with me just in case. And we need to get some drone footage, don't you think? Just FYI, if you are careful, you can actually rotate the S18 forward into a kickstand position. Just be careful. So I am sporting the backpack today, which you don't see me riding with very often. In there I have my Skydio 2 drone, I have some water, I have the pump, and a few other knickknacks, just in case, you know. So we're going to shoot some drone footage here and continue on. All right, now being tracked actively by the Skydio 2. Took a little while to get GPS lock, but we are locked on and loaded now. We are on our first significant bumpy terrain, this limestone section of the road where there's tons of little gullies. These little like tiny gullies that Mickey and I rode, you know, not too long ago. Him on his Nikola and me on the 18XL. So I can give you a pretty recent contrast on how this feels compared to how it felt before. Huh, wow. Definitely feeling a difference on this limestone. This was teeth chattering before, you know, hitting these bumps. Now it's way better, guys. Way better, man. Slight jostling, as compared to feeling like you're getting hammered by a jackhammer. It feels really good. Really, really good. This is really surprising. For those of you that saw Mickey's video, you saw him do that water test where he was riding the bumpy roads holding a cup of water just to see how much the suspension was actually doing. I don't have any water, but I can tell you that it's doing a great job of smoothing out this normally very, very punishing section of road. Feels good, man. Really good. A little bit of undulations, not bad. All right. We are going to bring the drone down here. I'm not going to fly it in the swamp, I don't think. But as has been the case since I've owned the Skydio 2, it tracked me flawlessly. All right, here we go. This is the pathway leading up to the swamp. After feeling how it helped with the bumps in that limestone road, it makes me more excited to see how it can do in this environment. It's even eating up some of the little bumps here you have in the boardwalk too. And you know, it doesn't eliminate the sensation of hitting a bump. It just makes it less impactful on your body. And someone my age with my aches and pains, I appreciate that. Like right here, we're coming off the boardwalk. Let's see, is there still okay, they smooth this out. There used to be more of a drop right there. Yeah, right there's a root. So now instead of trying to actively avoid every bump in the trail, I'll be aiming towards them more or less. Should be fun. Like this. Oh wow, huge difference. Anybody have an over-under guess on how many gators we'll see today? That was a snake or a large lizard. I almost ran over his tail. You might notice since last time I've been here, it looks like they haven't mowed the grass. So the trail has narrowed just to the center portion here. It was much more wide open when Mickey and I were here last. Wet season has begun since then, so we have more growth on the trail. Oh, here's some bumps. Definitely helps a lot, man, with these Cypress knees that just pound you mercilessly. Really makes it much more tolerable. So my buddy Clay, Clay the one-wheel guy, Clay the kite surfer guy, he said that this trail now connects to the trail in Bonita Springs. Regular viewers may recall that Cindy and I went there. I had one of my wheels, I don't remember which wheel I had with me. We rode that trail once. She was on a mountain bike and I was on my wheel. But supposedly it connects to the Bonita Trail now. And I'm very curious to see where that is, because when I last rode this whole loop, I don't recall seeing anything that would have led anywhere. But Clay said that he was here with his one wheel not too long ago, and he rode that connection. So I really would like to see that. So I'm going to be looking for it. Instead of going this way around the loop, I'm going to go this way, because looking at the map, it looks like it would be on this side of the trail when riding. So we'll see if I can find it. Plenty of bumps here. The suspension is definitely flattening the curve. I know you've never heard that statement before, that description, but yeah, that is definitely what the suspension is doing for me here. Flattening the impact curve. Making it from a sharp point to a more tolerable U. Okay, we're now in the back stretch leading to the circle. This is the point where we ran into some sugar sand last time I was here. Doesn't look quite as bad. The rain has helped compact things a little bit. It's all right. No problem. Had a hawk not very happy with me. Still trucking along. Now we are definitely not doing the entire swamp on this. I don't have the time, and I don't want to destroy my body to the point where I can't do more testing next couple days. So, but I am gonna give it a good go. Okay, I don't know if you can hear that on the mic. I believe that is the sound of a growling alligator. So we will be paying attention. I've heard it before. It's a very deep and echoing sound. Not sure if it picked up on the mic or not, but my ears definitely picked it up. Terrain's getting a little more bumpy. Should be able to see the shock doing its thing back there. But yeah, I can hit these cypress knees, and you know, it doesn't wreck me like it would on a normal EUC. All right, here's the entrance to the loop. Normally I would go that way if I'm doing the whole thing. We're gonna go this way and see if we can find the entrance to the path that leads to the Bonita Swamp Trail. It would be cool to find that for future use. Very bumpy terrain here. I got my tire PSI at about 32, 33. So that seems to be pretty good for this kind of terrain. 3-inch tire, of course, helps with this terrain as well as the stability at the lower speeds, because obviously I am not riding fast right now. Got some gullies, got some washouts. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff going on here. You can get it on film, but just past some baby gators that just swam into the canal. Into the swamp. This section back here usually has a decent amount of gators. Might be getting a little bit later in the day that they're not out here, but we shall see. Trail's getting very, very narrow. This section, you know, as you go into the loop here, a lot of foot traffic does not go this far. So the path gets less and less defined. We've got some rocks. All right. Very bumpy here. Very bumpy, very narrow. But we're doing okay. S18 definitely feels way better than any other EUC that I've taken in here thus far. That is very clear. Okay, there's my first clear gator sighting. A lot of his body is hidden, but you can see his head, and it's quite large. So he's a big boy. It's okay. You can stay there, no problem. Yeah, that's probably a pretty big one. The suspension is really getting tested in this area, man. It's like a freaking machine gun of bumps. Trying to half keep my eye on the road, half checking the canals for reptiles. This is a really pretty section of the path right here. Isn't that beautiful? So quiet. That's one nice thing about this back section is, you know, it's basically you and Mother Nature. There's typically not anybody else back here. And your S18. Okie dokie. Got another sighting right there. Hi, buddy. It's okay. No, you're not very friendly. There's a little baby in the log right there. I don't know if you can see it, little baby. It's okay, guys. Don't be scared. All right. They're not very friendly. Oh, wow. What's that over there? Is that a turtle? It's huge. Does get me a little nervous getting off the wheel in this wilderness area, but I do want to see this turtle because it looks freaking huge. Oh, it is. Wow. Unfortunately, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this in the GoPro. I'll try to zoom it in as best I can. Huge turtle. Huge. Hi, buddy. You are big. Wow. Man, oh man, that's a big turtle. Super cool. I don't think I've ever seen one that big back here. So just quickly, one thing I was talking about earlier, if you have the trolley lift sensor engaged, the one annoying thing is when you bring it down to this first detente here, it automatically kills the motor, so it's kind of awkward. So when you want to push the trolley all the way in, what I've been doing is just holding it with my legs, and now the motor's re-engaged. Or you can just disable the lift switch or the lift sensor altogether, and that will eliminate your problem. But who knows, maybe that behavior is something that can be modified. I might be able to ride across that if I was feeling extra daring today, but I'm not. Oh, there's a little, like a child gator up there on that log. Hi, buddy. What's up? Just chilling out. Yes. What, 4 or 5 feet, maybe? All right, here we go. This is recent. A recently crashed tree. All right, I'm gonna keep going probably till, whoa, goes. I'm gonna keep going until probably the first turn on this side, because based on what I saw on the map, if there was a trail leading to the Bonita Springs swamp trail, it would be somewhere around here. I definitely have not seen anything that looks like a trailhead yet, for sure. Clay did say that there was no signage, so. Oh wow, another one. Hi there. Are you posing? Luckily, yeah, this section has a lot of shade to it, but even so, I am sweating like a pig. You know, with all the gear on, quite warm. Luckily, Cindy packed me some water. I think I'll be stopping for water break in not too long. Oh, that sort of looks like a opening there. Does that go anywhere? Nope. Looks like a dead end to me, but definitely looks like it was cleared for some reason. Weird. And the freaking cypress knees here are just relentless. Haven't come off yet, but man, S18 is earning its money here. Wow. All right, I think I'm going to reverse direction here. I haven't found the entrance to the other trail that leads to Bonita yet, but I'm pretty deep. It's pretty hot. I'm going to try to put my Skydio back up here. I've never actually flown it in the proper swamp. I want to see how it does here. I have about 50% battery left, so I should be able to fly it for a few minutes. So we'll see how that goes. And we're going to get a drink of water because hydration is important. One little quirk about the Skydio 2 is it doesn't have any proper landing gear. It kind of just lands on its belly on the battery. So when taking it off, you need to make sure that it has clearance all the way around. So the case that it comes with serves as a convenient launching pad. All right, so this should be an interesting test, not only for the S18, but also the Skydio 2. Never flown it in the swamp. We shall see. It's not going to fly very long, don't have a lot of battery, but it will be cool to see how it does, avoiding all of these obstacles. I mean, there's all kinds of trees and branches that it's swinging around. I'm having it, you know, track me from 360 degrees of angles, and it's figuring out a way to do it somehow. It's a damn impressive piece of tech, let me tell you. Okay, so that was a little bit of a pain landing the drone. So it was getting low on battery, so I'm like, okay, better land it. But it was stuck in follow mode, and I had a relatively narrow strip here with limited safe landing spots, and I wanted to land it, but it kept spinning itself out over the edge of the water, and it took me a while to get it into a spot where I could bring it down and get underneath it and catch it. So yeah, it was fun. It's a lot easier when you're using the app. I just used the beacon to do all the flying there. I didn't use my phone at all. Hi, buddy. There's a gator down there. Probably can't see him. But long story short, got some more drone footage. Skydio did fantastic navigating this extremely challenging environment, for sure. Oh, that turtle's still there. Cool. Okay, so I'm officially heading out of the swamp now. I'm not sure exactly how far I went in distance-wise. If I would guess, maybe 6 or 7 miles in. I don't know. Darkness spot disconnected on me, so I don't have an accurate mileage there, but it's been a good ride, for sure. Got a very distinct taste of how the S18 does in this environment. So let's get out of here. It'll be very interesting to contrast this with the V11. Mickey actually has the V11 now. He got it yesterday. And for someone like me that does, you know, 95% of my riding on road, it sounds like the V11 is going to be a really good match for me. Suspension-wise, yeah, Mickey thinks that the S18 is superior, which pretty much everyone does. You can just tell by the design it's more involved. But I'm curious how the V11 will feel in this environment, because this is definitely one spot that it has to go when I get to do my test, for sure. Still doing good. Now don't get the wrong idea. Having a suspension wheel in this environment is definitely helpful. It is not going to make it feel like you just got done riding in a Cadillac, however. You know, just the very act of riding an electric unicycle in this kind of terrain is going to be tiring. My legs are still going to be tired from this. I'm just getting a little bit of savings with the punishment my body is taking with each impact, because it's not that sharp rebound that you're accustomed to on a conventional EUC. But yeah, if you're someone that does a lot of trail riding, you're gonna love this. I'm curious how Marty's gonna feel about it, because obviously he does a ton of trail riding, but he also likes to do very, very long rides. So that might be the gotcha for some people. A small community, because not many people do the length of riding that someone like Marty does, but that will be seen as a drawback to a few people. I am looking to do my range test, if not today, tomorrow. The goal is to see if I can get 35 miles out of the wheel in road conditions with moderate speeds. Okay, we're exiting the loop, which is a good thing because my feet are starting to burn. Good time to be out of the loop. That was cool. I just stopped here to do one last water break before I head out, and I have my GoPro 3 with, and I sat it down here at ground level, and I went across this nice big cypress knee multiple times just to get a feel for what it looks like from ground level. I can tell you what it feels like, man. I mean, this is substantial. I hit this one, and then down here there's some more. I came across it, and it was just like a nice, you know, a nice undulation. Not severe at all. So much better, really is. One thing I haven't mentioned about the KingSong S18 is, like my other KingSong wheels with the 2.x firmware, it's basically silent. You hear very, very little from the motor itself. You know, you hear the tire noise, but the motor itself is nearly silent. Very, very nice. I know some people actually like that whine that comes out of a lot of EUCs. I'm fine without it. Back on the boardwalk. I'm ready to enjoy a well-deserved lunch. All right, we're back out into the limestone road, heading home. That was a fun ride, man. This was the test I was waiting for. You know, because nothing tests the suspension like riding through that swamp trail, I'll tell you, man. And the S18 passed with flying colors. If I was to give it a grade for how it handled the swamp trail, A+, man, A+. Did a great job. So if you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is the first time visiting the channel, think about subscribing. If you're going to subscribe, you can hit the notify bell, which is over there somewhere. Another huge thanks to Jason from eWheels for allowing a bunch of YouTube EUC enthusiasts to test the S18 in real world conditions. I think it's a valuable service for the rest of the community. And yeah, it's been great. If you have any questions about the S18, feel free to shoot them my way. I haven't for another day and a half yet, so happy to answer questions that I can. And there's going to be more to come, man. I still got more ideas. So, you know what they say about ideas, they're dangerous. So that's all I have for you for now. Until next time, Duffman out.